what your team is for. Yes, sir. I'm gonna be right at you.
Stanley Tookie Williams wrote some books in prison.
Yes, sir.
And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think that he was nominated for the Nobel Prize.
He won. He was. He did. He
And
won.
he never should have taken his book. That was such a part. But there's also a white guy who wrote a book in prison. And the name of the book is Jailhouse Journal.
Yes, sir.
He had to get permission from the prison authorities before he could write it. He was like a flight surgeon in Vietnam, and also, in my opinion, he was falsely in prison.
Before you continue, sir, I'm a member of Mount Zion Baptist Church, and I got a church revival to get to, but I had to come and tell you, brother. Please, y'all, let's keep supporting this.
The name of the book was Jailhouse Journal.
All right, I'm going to give praise. All right, pray for me. God bless everybody. I just like all this. All right, take care.
Next question. Oh, sorry. Excuse me. Will you finish it?
No, I was just saying the title of his book was Jailhouse Journal. I think it's a very good book.
Okay. Can I ask you what was your favorite book that you ever read, sir?
Ulysses by James Joyce.
Okay. And why was it your favorite book?
I don't know, I just like to read it. It was very challenging.
Okay. And I really like what you just said about challenging. I want to share this with y'all. The autobiographical book I wrote, Hip Hop Tried to Kill Me, was easy. Why? Because it was the truth. All I had to do was go back, far back as I could remember, and write about my life. That was it. When I wrote this, it challenged my penmanship. Why? Because I had to make the story up. I had to be 20 people in my head at one time. I had to keep people on the edge of their seat to keep the page turning. Because I'm not putting out no garbage. I'm not no garbage, man. I'm not putting out no garbage. I'll ball it up and throw it away before I put it out. So, this challenged me as a writer. But one thing I want to share with y'all that I tell all the youth, Hollywood was shut down when the writers went on strike. Wasn't no Jay Leno, wasn't no Price is Right, wasn't no what's called Young and the Restless, none of that. Because the pen is mightier than the sword. You understand what I'm saying? That's how powerful we are as writers. They can't, a lot of people can act, but they don't know how to write the words. A lot of people can sing, but they don't know how to write the words. So understand who you are and what God has blessed you with. That gift. Don't be intimidated, please. I want to come back a year from there. Everybody in here got a book. I'd be mad. I'd be dancing. Yes, ma'am.
Question: what's the best way to write? Like, you know, because sometimes I don't like sitting at the computer all day long. You know what I'm saying? That sometimes when I record it, I don't want to transfer what I recorded back to the computer. Like, what's a good way to just really get your thoughts out?
Well, they got a program now called Dragon that you can talk into the computer and it'll just type up. It'll type for you. It's called Dragon. It'll type it for you. All you have to do is talk. Me, myself, I like to write early in the morning. When I'm at peace, when my thoughts is fresh, when I ain't dealing with no drama or nothing. After I wake up, pray, turn on my gospel, read my Bible, do my push-ups, then I write. At first, and then one thing else I want to show you. I used to write my books. I don't do that no more. I lost 3 books in Portland, Oregon. I had to write this over. Remember I called you? I had to write this book over. I had to write Daddy Was a Monster because I had them in tablets. Please do not do that. I write my books now in my email. Every time I type like this. I type with 2 fingers. Because I used to do this when I was little, crack my knuckles, so I got that copper funnel thing, whatever.
Yeah, I got that.
Okay.
You could tell by the splint.
Yes, sir. So that's just something I wanted to share with you. I type my type as much as I can, then I forward it to myself. No matter where I go, I can be in New York, North Carolina, I can be in Alaska, wherever. I can always go to the library and type it again. I won't have to carry my tablet around with me. I can't lose it. Even if the computer crashed, the email ain't gonna crash. You see what I'm saying? So that's just something I do. And then me myself, I listen to soft jazz music when I write. K-Pool. Sometime on the little 99 channel, I turn on something real soft, you know, watery or something, and I just write. Because a lot of times when I listen to, you know, words in the music, it kind of distract me. So I have to be like in a serene moment. If I like to listen to soft jazz and I turn it down real kind of low, I just type. And like I said, I go off my bullet points. Like I told y'all, I put my chapters. When I get ready to write my book, I put all the bullet points for each chapter that's going to fulfill the story. I keep it at the top. Then I write all the characters at the top of the story. So because I can't forget who Tom is and Leslie and Mary Ann. I can't forget that because I be done skip. You know, I be writing over top of myself. So it's like a reference point. You understand what I'm saying?
What's a bullet?
A bullet point is a sentence that you can turn into 10 paragraphs. It's a sentence, it's like 5 words that describe 10 pages. We moved to field mode in 1941, right? So if you say I moved to field mode in 1941, that's a bullet point, right? Okay, so then you can say, in 1941 I moved to the Banneker homes. They was orange. Me and my little sister, we used to go back and forth to the store on the corner. That's when I met Bobo. He was real cool. But you can elaborate from that bullet point. The bullet point is just the trunk. From that trunk comes a lot of branches. And that's when them 3 Ds come in.
Now, what if you want to, in doing your autobiography, how do you get over this thing with actually mentioning people's authentic name? I see sometimes names have been changed to protect their blah blah. Can you use the actual person's name, or is it best to change those names? See, like when you touched on Donald Goins.
Yes, sir.
And some of them characters he had, Tar Baby, white folks.
Yes, sir.
Now, was he doing that? I know, but there was probably actual characters with them names.
It was, from my understanding, white folks and Tar Baby and Swamp Man, all them was actual situations, but the people was different in the book. You know what I mean? Me myself, when I did my autobiography, when I did my book about myself, I'm always saying that word, I didn't change no name. But I didn't incriminate nobody doing my gangster life neither. You understand what I'm saying? I had some family members that was pissed off at me to this day because I told the truth. I went through a painful journey. My mom died. I'm 17 years old. They blame me for my mama's death. You understand what I'm saying? Because I was just wild and I was taking California back to the country. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of my family members didn't appreciate the way I described my adolescent years. But that's the only way I knew how to do it. And there was a healing. I healed a lot of wounds within me. That's what you're going to also find out. When you write the book of your life, you're going to open up a lot of wounds, but a lot of wounds going to get healed too. You're going to put closure on a lot of things in your life. You're going to be able to move on. You're going to be able to celebrate your struggle also. You're going to realize how strong you are. That's why it's so important to write the story of your life, because it's an appreciation for who you have become. Can't nobody take that from you. If I never have a grandchild, when my little nieces and nephews, I got nieces and nephews all over the United States, when they read this, they're going to say, Uncle Robert, Uncle Fleetwood, man, that's my uncle. They're going to know me. That's why a lot of people love me, because when they read this book, they know who I am, ins and outs, because I don't hold nothing back, because I ain't ashamed of who I am. So, back to your story, sir, like if you probably was messing with Al Capone or something, you look like, I'm just kidding. If you got any kind of thing like that that might incriminate somebody or have somebody make a phone call, I would, change the name up a little bit, you feel me? You know what I mean? Okay, I'm gonna say this right here. My partner, I was 19 years old. I was in the federal penitentiary. My friend was selling dope for Oliver North and New Arabia. His name is Michael Harry O'Harris. He's in San Quentin right now. He gave Suge Knight $1.5 million to start Death Row Records. It was Harry O, Bo Bennett, Mario Billabona, and Freeway Ricky Ross. Them was the four who the government gave kilos to infiltrate the ghetto. Just so happened, my dumb self stole something off the Alameda Naval Base, got on probation, came to San Francisco after probation, got caught up in the TL. They sent me to the federal pen. And that's how I met them three dudes. They was looking for Freeway Ricky Ross. So I'm sitting in the TV room. On the TV comes the thing announced, the most notorious drug lords in the United States have been captured except for one. We're looking for Freeway Ricky Ross. I've been there 3 weeks. These dudes been treating me like a little brother. I've just got that personality. I ain't know who they was. I looked, one was right here and the other two was right here. I said, oh my goodness. You feel me? So when I talked about that, I told the truth because they had already been caught. You know what I'm saying? They had already been caught, so that was just part of my story. You see what I'm saying? So it wasn't nothing that I had to hide because you can Google it right now. So that's what I was trying to get to. It was a when it's public record, yeah, tell it. If it's public record, hell, tell it. You feel me? That's just part of your story what God has brought into your life. That's what's called testimony. Yes, sir.
What search term do you use when you're Googling that particular thing?
What I just talked about?
Yeah.
Just put in Michael Harris. Michael Harris, yeah.
H-A-R-R-I-S.
H-A-R-R-I-S, yes. Harry O. He's in San Quentin right now. Yes, yeah, so if it's public record, if whatever is in your story that you kind of not sure about telling, if it's part of public record and the public got access and they can Google it, man, tell it. And then also, I mean, I got a lot of relatives. I don't have a lot of family. I ain't gonna lie to you. So a couple of them I talked to about it. A couple of them I didn't. If it make you feel uncomfortable, call and holler at them. But the main thing is, like my mama told me, if you come from the heart, it's gonna reach the heart. Come from your heart. You put your emotions on the paper, people gonna get emotional about it.
How do you get the ISBN number?
You go to BOWKERS.com, or you can just Google ISBN number. But Barker's is the #1 company a lot of people deal with. You get ISBN numbers from there, and you also get barcodes from there. A lot of times when you buy the ISBN number, they give you the barcode for free. Most publishers, not most, all of them, when you sign a publishing deal, that's gonna be their barcode and their ISBN number on the back of it. That money ain't coming to you. And another thing is very helpful is stay involved with the community. That's why I'm doing this right here now, because telephone, telegram, tell somebody. That's just how it goes. Word of mouth is the best form of promotion ever. Telephone, tell somebody, telegram. If you're writing a book about the struggle or what it was when you was growing up in the country as a young woman and you became a successful woman and had to deal with a few domestic violence situations, go talk to some young women that's dealing with that. And then that way you get a write-up in the newspaper about your speaking. Now people asking questions of who you are. Oh, such and such. And I have a book coming out called Never Beat Again, Never Be Beaten Again. You see what I'm saying? That's how you market and cross-market. Whatever your essence of your story is, find a way to let your water out into the community for free. Don't pay nothing. Because you ain't got to. There's too many ways to let the world know what you are and who you are and why you are here. This dude I know, my partner, his name is Derek O'Neill. He made a book called Game Over. He told me this lady got it for $15,000. Because he had money. He was a baller. He just paying people. Oh, man, do this. Get me on the radio. Oh, man, print this up. He told me he sold 20,000 books. But he spent a lot of money doing it. But now he know what he's doing, though. You understand what I'm saying? So That's what I tell people all the time. Use as many free resources as you can